I'm Lisa, 22. Standing in the middle of the commotion after my college graduation, I finally snapped. My parents were nagging me about taking family photos by my sister's new Porsche, a flashy gift for her mediocre academic performance, while I had to take the bus to my own graduation. It was the last straw after years of being overlooked. I grew up in a well-off family in San Francisco. My father, David, is a successful stockbroker, and my mother, Emily, runs her own high-end fashion boutique. We lived in a large penthouse overlooking the city, and from the outside, we were the picture-perfect family. But inside, there was a clear favorite, my 19-year-old sister, Lily. Lily was the life of the party, with a charm that could light up a room. She had my mother's sense of style and my father's easy-going nature. I, on the other hand, was the quiet, studious one. I spent most of my time buried in books, aiming for academic excellence. The difference in treatment started when I was 8 and Lily was 5. I remember winning a big art competition at school. I was so excited to show my parents my prize, a beautiful blue medal. But when I got home, they were too busy planning Lily's birthday party to even look at it. "That's nice, honey," my mother said absent-mindedly, "but we need to decide on the theme for Lily's party." As we got older, the gap only widened. When I brought home straight A's, my father would simply say, "Good job, Lisa. We expect nothing less." But when Lily managed to get a few B's, they threw a huge celebration, taking her out to a fancy restaurant and buying her a designer dress. On our 16th birthdays, the contrast was even more glaring. For my birthday, we had a small gathering at home with just our immediate family. I got a basic laptop and some clothes. But for Lily, they rented a yacht, invited all her friends, and bought her a brand new BMW. When I tried to talk to my mother about it, she said, "Lily is more social. She needs these things to fit in." Throughout high school, my parents attended every one of Lily's dance competitions, but they missed most of my debate team tournaments. When I was accepted into Stanford University with a full academic scholarship, they seemed more interested in Lily's upcoming prom. "Of course you got in," my mother said. "You've always been smart. Now, what color should Lily wear to prom?" In college, things didn't get any better. I worked part-time at the campus bookstore to cover my living expenses, while Lily lived in a luxury dorm and had a generous monthly allowance. She changed her major multiple times and maintained a C average, but my parents still paid for everything. As my graduation approached, I was excited and hoped that this would be the moment my parents finally recognized my achievements. I had landed a job interview at a top-tier marketing firm in Los Angeles. But then, the nightmare began. 3 weeks before graduation, I called my parents to discuss transportation. My old car was on its last legs, and the ceremony was far from my apartment. "I'm worried about getting to graduation," I said. My father, distracted, replied, "Can't you carpool with a friend?" I explained that all my friends were in the ceremony too. My mother then interrupted, "By the way, Lily got elected as the president of her sorority. Isn't that wonderful?" 2 days later, I stopped by my parents' penthouse to pick up some old books. As I walked in, I overheard them talking in the living room. "Lily is going to love the Porsche," my father said. "The red color is perfect for her." My mother agreed. "Yes, and it'll be ready just in time for Lisa's graduation. Lily can show it off." I was stunned. I walked into the room, and they looked surprised to see me. "What's this about a Porsche?" I asked. Before they could answer, Lily bounded in, full of energy. "Mom, Dad, guess what? Jessica's parents bought her a Lamborghini. I'm so jealous." Then she noticed me. "Oh, hey, Lisa. What are you doing here?" My parents quickly recovered and told Lily the news about the Porsche. Lily jumped up and down with excitement, and then turned to me with a smirk. "See, Lisa, some of us get the good stuff." I felt my heart break. On the day of my graduation, I was forced to take the bus. As I stood at the bus stop in my cap and gown, watching my classmates being dropped off by their parents in fancy cars, I felt a deep sense of humiliation. A kind old lady at the bus stop, named Mrs. Thompson, noticed my distress. "Graduating today, dear?" she asked. I nodded, trying to hold back my tears. She shared her own story of being overlooked by her parents when she graduated from nursing school and said, "Your worth isn't determined by what others think of you." During the graduation ceremony, the commencement speaker talked about intrinsic value. His words hit me hard. He said that true worth comes from within, from perseverance and self-belief. I looked around and saw my family in the audience. My mother was on her phone, my father was checking his watch, and Lily was taking selfies. When it was my turn to cross the stage, I expected silence. But then, I heard a loud cheer from the back. I looked up and saw my grandmother, Rose, standing up and clapping. She was joined by my friends and some of the bookstore staff. They held up a banner that said, "Congratulations, Lisa. We see you." I felt a rush of emotion. After the ceremony, my parents and Lily found me. My mother said, "We need to take family photos by Lily's Porsche before the parking fee goes up." That's when I finally snapped. I told them, "No, I will not take family photos by Lily's Porsche on my graduation day. It's been a lifetime of being treated as less than. You bought Lily a luxury car while making me take the bus to my own graduation. You've always favored her, and it's not fair." My parents tried to defend themselves, saying that they had always supported me. But I pointed out all the times they had overlooked my achievements. I graduated with honors from Stanford while working part-time, and I got a bus ticket. Lily gets a C average and a Porsche. How is that fair? I asked. My grandmother stepped in and said, "This has to stop. You've been repeating the same pattern that your parents had with your siblings. Lisa deserves to be seen and celebrated." A small crowd had gathered around us, watching the drama unfold. I was exhausted by the confrontation, but also felt a sense of relief. I said, "I'm going to a graduation dinner with my friends, people who actually want to celebrate with me." And with that, I walked away with my grandmother and my friends. Later that night, Lily came to my apartment. She looked subdued and said, "I heard everything. I never realized how much I've been taking for granted. I told Mom and Dad, I don't want the Porsche." I was shocked, but also happy to see that she was starting to understand. Over the next few weeks, things started to change. My father asked me to lunch and apologized for not seeing my efforts. He said he wanted to help with my moving expenses to Los Angeles. My mother invited me for coffee and admitted that she had projected her own insecurities onto Lily and me. A month after graduation, I was packing up my apartment to move to Los Angeles for my new job. My parents and Lily came to help. Lily gave me a small box. Inside was a drawing I had done when I was a kid, one that I thought was lost. "I kept it because I knew it was important to you," she said. As we drove to the airport, I felt a weight lifting off my shoulders. It wasn't the complete resolution of all the years of hurt, but it was a start. I was finally ready to build a life where my worth was recognized, whether my family fully understood it or not. As I sat in my new apartment in Los Angeles, looking out at the city skyline, my phone pinged with a text from my grandmother. "How does it feel to be exactly where you're meant to be?" I smiled and typed back, like the beginning of something important. The bus ride to graduation had been painful, but it was the push I needed to stand up for myself and claim my own value.